Alright YouTube, this is the 2008 Mercedes oxygen sensor, and this sensor is kind of the most difficult one to get to on the car. There's four altogether, but this one is the one that's on the passenger side nearest the engine. It's in front of the catalytic converter, and the car started out with just the check engine light coming on, and then I ran the code and it said that this particular sensor was going bad. And then about a week later, the car started running terribly, and it was throwing all kinds of cylinder codes, like cylinders. All the bank on the passenger side was all misfiring. So that was all related to the oxygen sensor, not spark plugs or coils or anything. It was the oxygen sensor. So everybody says it's hard to get to, which is somewhat true. But going from underneath, you're never going to get there. Actually, I just had the airbag recall done on this car, and while I was at the Mercedes dealership, I asked them how much to replace that particular sensor, and they had the charts up on the computer, and this sensor is actually like $300 more to repair than the other three sensors. So all those other three are about $500. This one was $800. So let me show you how I did it here. What I had is a 1/2-inch drive breaker bar, two 10-inch extensions, one swivel, one 2-inch extension, and then the socket for removing oxygen sensors. Alright, I taped them together at the critical joints where I didn't want it to fall apart and then have to put the car up in ramps and be removing all the parts that I dropped. That would suck. So the approach is to, of course, take off all the usual, the air filters and the hoses and everything. Disconnect the hoses. I disconnected this hose here as well, just to make access a little bit more easy. And I came in from up here with that setup that I showed you, and you could actually reach your arm down through here. You might need a breaker bar, like a tube, a piece of steel tube on the end of the breaker bar to give you a little bit of extra torque, but it'll come loose. Some are easy. All right, that's it. So, and I mean, once you get your setup, I mean, it took me a while to figure out that setup, but once you have that setup, it took about 20 minutes to get it out of there, and it's no big deal. You don't even have to have the car up in ramps. It'll be nice and safe. You know, you're not getting underneath the car. So I hope that helps everybody out, because I sure was sweating it, but it's not that bad. All right, take it easy.